Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte. Happy day after Christmas. I hope everyone had a fantastic holiday. I pray you had heat and that you weren't stuck in the storm. Ah, boy, it is cold out there. I got to tell you, sunny blue skies here, but so many of you across the country are just inundated with wind and cold and snow, and I pray that you're all safe and that you're warm and cozy. I wanted to start this video off with a thank you, and I wanted to share a couple things that came in the mail. I want to thank each and every one of you for all of your holiday wishes. I received some beautiful, beautiful comments, and they mean so much to me, and I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, on that note, I received this. This is the cutest pillow ever. Let me take it out of the bag, and I want to show you. This has a battery pack in it, and hopefully it's going to show up. Look at the lights. Is that not the cutest ever? Look at that. It's the little red truck. I love this, but I don't know who sent it. I have to admit to you, I have no idea. It came in a box. It had no card. It had no return address. It came from a fulfillment center, and so I don't know who to thank. I don't know if it was intentionally sent as a anonymous gift. I love it. Look at that. It's just so cute. The back is a red velveteen. It has what you hear on the desk is the battery pack, because it's got a little zipper, and I didn't zipper it back in because I'm going to turn it off when I put it. I don't want to ruin it. I mean, there's no point in having it going while I'm doing the video. But it's a warm and cozy, and it has, this is just the instructions for the battery pack. It had a little card in it that said warm and cozy, but that was all it said. So there was no, there was a to, which was to me, but there was no from. So if you're out there and you're watching this, and this is from you, can you please let me know so I can thank you properly? If you do want to remain anonymous, I just want to thank you that I'm in love with this, and I thank you so much. I really love it. And each year, I'm going to put this back in and zip her up. Each year that I pull it out, I will be thinking of you, whoever you are. And if you do want me to know who you are, you're going to have to let me know in the comments. But thank you so much. It was a fun mystery, I've got to tell you. And then I wanted to share with you, this is from Luce, Luce. She's one of my YouTube family members. And sorry, I just dropped my, as you can see, we did no cleaning. I want to show you this card that she made. I do this so that any of you that like to make cards, you may get inspiration from this. But look at, excuse me, look at how beautiful this is. This is from Carol Luce. I think I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. I hope I am. Luce. But look at how beautiful this is. So it is a craft card, and then she's taken black cardstock, and then this cardstock here. This is, I believe this is a die. This die cut, it's, I tell you what, if this is a die cut, this is the coolest paper ever. This is a Sizzix Tim Holtz die cut, and I believe it's two of the flowers. This one here is one, this one, but just look at how beautiful that is. That is the inside. Handmade in Iowa. So Carol is from Iowa. I want to thank you. This is so pretty, but that wasn't all. Look what was inside. She did a house, and she said that this was the first one that she had done. And you know, I looked at this and I'm like, are you kidding me? Look at how cute this is. It's embossed. This paper here is embossed, and then the windows and the door. The door's got a little button on it here, and I love the way that this ties because there's a bead. This wraps around, this butcher's twine or butcher's string, baker's twine, I think, wraps around, and this is attached, wraps around, and then just goes behind that. I love that. Something so simple, and I never even thought to do that. But look at inside. How cute is this? So this lifts up so you can see where it was embossed with the honeycomb design. And then you've got pages here, and she went ahead and she did a stamp there. So cute. And this just tucks down in there like that. And then look at this side. Look at how cute this is. A pocket and 3 tags. And I always find myself looking at people's things and thinking, where do you get this? I am thinking this is probably Tracy Fox, because these are cigarette cards. And I know that Tracy Fox, I think it was her grandfather, collected cigarette cards. And so she went through and she did some digitals out of her cigarette cards. So I'm thinking, I'm guessing, but I am thinking that this is probably from Tracy Fox. And then look at this here. Look at what a cute little tab. She cut that out with that might be packing stuff. If it isn't, she cut this out with decorative scissors, folded it in half. I'm not real sure, but whatever you did, that is cute as can be. And then layered. I mean, just look at, we've got 4 pieces of layering. We've got this book page, this page here, this little tag, this tag, and then this fussy cut, beautiful person right there. Look at how cute that is. Tiny little snippet. This is why I say don't throw anything away. And if you follow this rule, I mean, we'll never throw anything away. Tiny little snippet of lace. This typically for me would have gone in the trash without a thought before, but not now. And look at how cute that is. And this is this. So see how cute that is with just the stamping of a little bird. Cute stamp. I mean, really, really cute. So I thought this was simply adorable. So this just wraps around this way, and then because of the bead, it stays put. So you just put this through here, just like that. Isn't that so cute? So I wanted to say thank you, and I wanted to share this because there's inspiration here. Lots and lots of inspiration. And then, let me get this out of the way. And then I received this from Susie Emery, and I know Susie's not doing journaling as much now as she used to, and she's really gotten into card making. That's what her, if I want to quote Tim Holtz, I would say that's what Susie's jam is now, is card making. And I was focused in on this. She sent me the most beautiful letter. I was focused on this, trying to mentally take it apart and see what we had to do to recreate this. And I'm like, oh my word. So we've got this cardstock here. Love how she did this, handmade with love, and put her name. So the base is this cardstock folded like that. So this measures, just for those of you that may be curious, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8.5 by 2, 4, 5.5. 8.5 by 5.5 will get you a card this size. And then cardstock here, and then this is a heavy, this piece here, this is pretty heavy. I almost want to say it's chipboard. I don't know, but it feels and looks heavier than cardstock. There's a punch here, and then this is, I don't know, is this embossing? Not I don't, you know what? I don't know how you do this. I have no idea how you do that. You know what? I'm going to have to ask Dana if Dana knows how you do that, but I love that. But behind this frame, there's this embossed card that's been gone over with distress ink or some type of an ink to make the 3D flowers show. Then we've got a heart here with a little heart on top of it and the cutest little button. And I don't know if that's a die cut. It looks like it's out of a piece of chipboard, and she's tied a sweet little bow there. On top of that, we have thank you, and then you come to this bunny. So you have the bunny. I think the bow is separate from, yes, this is separate piece. I'm guessing the dress is separate, the little apron or skirt is separate, then you've got double, and I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the pieces to do that. And then each one of these flowers, this is probably a die cut, so there's 1, 2, 3 die cuts that are layered. 1, 2, 3, I think each one of these flowers, and then you've got the leaves. So when you think about the time that goes into this, and then you open it up and you have a beautiful sentiment here, and she just took a strip of scrap and put it there. That is so, so pretty. And then she sent me all of this, and I am going to have fun with this. I did open it. I did take it out and take one look at it. I put it all right back because I didn't want any of it to get lost. And I want to have time to play with it. But all these beautiful pieces. Look at this. I have no idea how you do this unless you use a tool like this Tim Holtz. I'm not sure I know what you call this, but it's a perforator. I think that's what this is. It's a perforator. So if you're going to do tickets, and I'm wondering if Susie used a perforator on, she must have. Susie, you're going to have to let me know. I love this, guys. So I wanted to share because I just wanted you to get excited. Maybe you've been wanting to make cards and you haven't, and I just wanted you to see you could simplify this. You could use a plain frame. You could use a patterned cardstock. I just don't know. There's no way that this perforator was used to do these tiny little leaves, though. Look at how small those are. So I have no idea how you do that, but I love this. I love this, and I love the letter that, yeah, I just love it all. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And what am I doing? Well, I'm sitting in here this morning. I did this because I thought I'd do a little mini journal, and I thought maybe we'll do one of these together. I took some packing. I took this is actually on a cream cheese box. And, you know, this is not done. This has to be finished, but this is as far as I got. And I thought, well, maybe we'll do a little bit on that. And then I've got for those of you that are saying, what about your flip-flop journal? Well, here it is. And I've been using Medieval Mirage, papers from the Odyssey kit, Jarf's Odyssey kit, and then there is a page in here from the the Bohemian Bazaar Volume 5, and that page is this right here. Is this it? I think so. I think it's this right here. No, wait a minute. No, what? Charlotte, what? I think so. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's this. No, it isn't. I may have covered it up. I may have decided not to use that because what I did here is I made a pocket here. So, yeah. I did sew as you can see, I did sew the first signature in because here's my pocket. So this was my first signature. And then this was like before Christmas. I just came in here and started playing around. This is a pocket. Right here is a pocket. I have this gorgeous, it's so beautiful. And it just looks so beautiful with this. And this is Medieval Odyssey, these papers here. And we'll do something here. This is a vintage book page. This does not have anything on it. We'll probably just attach something to that or maybe do a flip. And then I did this page here. This is a pocket here. And then I have this page here, and this is a pocket here. So we'll be doing something to this, and that's all I've done. Pattern paper, we have to do something with this. This is that vintage family tree. I will not put anything over this at all. It's too beautiful, and I will not put anything over this. Probably not that or this, although I might attach something there. Will not cover that up. You can see it's vintage and gorgeous. This was like that, doesn't bother me. I don't think I'm going to glue this. Then we've got this, the Sanctity of Art. I'm not going to touch that. And I kept this intact, but we will do something here. This is just signature one. And we'll do something with the pattern paper. This is that German paper. I'm not touching that. We'll do something with here. And probably not. And and then we've got the pocket. So we'll definitely be putting something on here. So we've just begun, guys. This has a long, long way to go. I really did put together some signatures here. Will not touch him. Here is a page that you could color on if you wanted from a child's book. This is, yeah. So I think I've got 3 signatures, so the book will take 4. I may have put 4 together, I'm just not sure. But so we're going to be working in that. But I thought, here is a butter box. I wanted to do with this what I did with this. So I thought maybe we might play around with this today. And for those of you that maybe just have never done a journal or would just like to start a journal, maybe you've done a journal and you'd like to start another, that maybe you'll get some ideas. So let's see how much I can mess this up. We'll see. I missed being in here. I haven't been in here in 2 days. So it's just kind of nice. I've got all this because I baked cookies. That's where the cream cheese box came from. And my husband kept taking the cream cheese. I had another one. And he kept taking the cream cheese boxes and putting them in the recyclable bin. And I kept taking them and putting them on the island, and he kept, and then I'd go in there and they'd be back out where the recyclable bin was. And finally I had to say, stop, I want to do something with those. He's like, it's trash. I'm like, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. So we're going to cut this down to where we can manage it into something that looks like it might make a journal cover. So get rid of the flips and the flops. And then look at what we've got and see if it's the size we want. If we need to make it a little bit smaller. Just need to see where my folds are. Should have 3 pieces here if I cut it right. And the only thing I look at is that my spine is going to be wider than I probably would really want, but we can make that work. We can, and we will. So let's see what we've got here. I'm going to cut this down just a little bit more because I've got perforation there that I don't want. And then let's look and see if we're anywhere even. Cut this off just a tiny bit. And I was just going to make this the cover, but I'm going to show you what happened. I think we're good. Let's take a peek. There's the back. I'd say that we are good. So I was sitting here thinking, what am I going to cover this with? And I came across right at just here at my feet. I had some packing. And so I thought, you know what? This would be thick enough, but I'm like, let's go ahead and use some packing. And I had the other half of this, and that's what I put on here. But I have this, and as I look at it, I'm thinking together, okay, we're going to have to open this one up because together, double like this, it's too thick. So let me just really quick, let's just, because I ended up on this using it on the outside and using it on the inside, and I like the weight of it, so I thought, and my cream cheese container was heavier than this, so I'm going to go ahead and double it like I did. So it's easy. What I did is I just took my Fabrifix and we're just going to do it on this side. What are you doing, Charlotte? I'll do this side first. And I am going to put the fabric on here and I am going to stitch. So I'm not going to worry too much about where my glue goes because I will stitch the edges. But I do want where my spine is and where it's going to crease, I do want glue there. And then we're just going to, not going to be that precise as to being even on the edges and that sort of thing going on here. So, and I will keep this because I want to do a little mini journal. I want to do a lace mini journal. So all I'm doing, you can see we probably have an 1.5 inch spine. What are we, an 1 3/4? That's a big spine. Now we could have cut it down. We could have, but it's a butter box. So I'm not, wasn't really, I didn't want to invest that much time and effort into the butter box. So not that worried, guys. Not that worried. So far, this was trash. This was trash. The only thing that's costing us money is our glue. And if you've got PVA or white glue, you can use that. You don't have to use Fabrifix. I've got the Fabrifix, and so that's what I'm using. And then I could put this right back on the cutter, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut this by hand. And I'll tell you, I'm doing that because it's giving this a chance to dry before I put the other layer on. I want to be able to bend this and score it, so we're kind of hanging out here. So we had breakfast yesterday at our son's house and went to church and then came home and changed, and then we went back and opened gifts, and then we came home for just a little bit, and then we went back for dinner. We had our daughter and family over Christmas Eve, and we had dinner, and then we opened gifts. So there's 15 seconds of that Christmas Eve on my shorts. For those of you that watched and commented, thank you. For those that gave me a thumbs up, thank you. You know, 15 seconds isn't much. A minute was, I think, just a little bit too much for the little, of course, I was going to say little ones. They're 15 years old, so they're not little. But we had a wonderful, wonderful holiday, and I really pray that you did too. However you celebrate. I just can't believe that it's come and gone. Yeah, I mean, I have a sister-in-law that would take her tree down today. So, you know, she says when it's over, it's over. All right, let's see if we can. I like to, on this, just put the ruler up there. Just to kind of nudge it just a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the inside. And it just helps me when I go to fold it again to know where the spine is. So I'll know where to fold. You know, sometimes maybe you've never made a journal like this. Maybe you've never used pages from, you know, recyclables or whatever, and you've always wanted to do that. So I just want to be sure I can see that, because now we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we're going to put our glue on. And like I said, I am going to go around the edges with the sewing machine and the fabric. So I don't need to have all that glue around gumming up my needle. So I'm not real concerned about glue at the edges, but I am concerned about the folds where the spine is. So here we go. I think these will make just two of the cutest journals ever. And I have some fabric from Angel Dream Crafts Kim that I had not used, and that is this, but it's got more of a floral. And I'm thinking I might put metal corners on these journals because I've got metal corners. I typically don't use them. And I'm like, well, you know, I've got them. Let's use them. I'm trying to decide if I want cardstock here, if I want a piece of fabric. I'm just not sure. I think I might go ahead and do cardstock, but this little journal, then we'll measure the cover anyway, because I think I might have the pages come out 4.5. Looks like it's 4.5 by 2 3/4. Yeah, 4.5 by 2 3/4, and the spine is an 1.25 inches. So that's going to be a cute, cute little journal. I think this will be one of the first times that I've ever had multiple projects going at the same time. I'm usually pretty monogamous when it comes. I'm a one journal girl. Let's work on the one, finish it, and before we start the next. But I want to kind of branch off and be able to tackle multiple things at the same time and go from project to project, and we'll see how that works for me. I don't know. I'm hoping it will, but you never know. See if I have an issue keeping track, and it may make things easier. It may make it harder. I have no idea. This I'm going to keep because there's a journal cover right there. I have taken this paper before, this padded paper, and I have used this as a cover. You're just gonna, if you want to do that, see how it's got that kind of foamy padding. You're gonna have to figure out a way to hide that. Like if you wanted to take this, at first I thought, let's just make this a lace cover. This would be easy to hide because you could just fold your lace over and hide that, but I probably, off the top of my head, I probably would, I'm going to keep this. Yeah, I wouldn't want that showing, so I probably, if I was doing lace, I'd fold it over. I would do something that would fold that over. I can see my spine here. So let's go ahead, make sure that we're good. This, I'm not concerned about that at all. If you are, what you're going to do is just take and put some glue down in there. But we're going to cover this up with fabric, so yeah, that's not bothering me one bit that that's doing that. I just want to make sure that I know where my spine is so that I will know where to fold. That's my number one concern. So let me get my fabric. I want that. Let me get my fabric. This is what I had gotten from Kim's Etsy shop at Angel Dream Crafts Kim. And I'm going for this. You can see this is where I took this piece out right here. So I think I think I am going to go right there. Or if I do this, this will be the back, this will be on the front. I think we might do that. Yes, I think we will. All right, so glue. Let's go ahead. And remember, I am going to stitch. Pretty sure I'm gonna stitch. So let's get this, I think. Oh, goodness, no. No, no, Charlotte, no. Oh my goodness, you almost really did a number there, girl. You almost did a number. We almost went upside down. Not upside down, back, inside out. We almost went inside out, guys. Yes, we did. We almost went inside out. Thank goodness. I thought about it. I caught myself. You probably were sitting there going, no, Charlotte, no. You'd have been right. So then what I'm going to do, I wanted one thing that was on my mind because I do want to take this to the machine. I did fold this over. I think I'm going to be able to stitch this without any trouble, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to take my pencil and I am going to draw a line, 1/2 inch outside the bag, so I know where to cut. It's just going to make it easier for me. If you have a rotary cutter and ruler, then you don't have to do this. You can just use your ruler and cut with the rotary cutter. But because I'm here filming, this is way easier for me, and I don't have to try to figure out how to leave and come back and not have you just sitting here looking at nothing. So we're going to do it this way, and not everybody has a rotary cutter, and not everybody has a quilt ruler. So this is, let's just do basics. Now what we're going to do, and this could be any scrap of fabric. Maybe you have a cherished fabric from a loved one and it's a nice scrap and you don't know what to do with it. You could create a little journal like this out of that, and that would be a beautiful keepsake. So now I'm just going to do my best to, and I'm not doing very well, as you can see, to cut on this line. I mean, look at this. Come on, Charlotte. Can't you do better than that? Jeez, look at that. But I'm not looking right down at it, so it's difficult for me to see. Trying to keep you where you can see, and I'm not seeing so well, so I'm going to pull this closer. It's going to be covered up anyway, so it's not something that I'm going to freak out about. But I'm going to cut this off because that's a good 1/8 of an inch off. And hopefully I won't mess it up even more. There we go. So now we've got this. We need to make our corners. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to just put it just a little bit beyond that corner. And I'm going to draw my pencil mark, and then we're going to cut it. And that'll give us our folds. And I think there's a tool out there that will measure this for you as well. I don't know, with all my quilting stuff, I might have that tool, but I don't know if I do or not. In all my mess, I couldn't find it, even if I had one, so. That's another thing. After the first of the year, I'm going to clean this room up, and then I'll give you a tour. So those of you, if you don't see me, I will give you warning. If you don't see me, I'm okay. You don't have to, don't worry. I'm just knee high in a mess trying to organize. And then, you know, you've heard me tell you before, once I organize, then I can never find anything. I don't know where anything is. Okay, so let's see what we're going to have here. Hopefully you're following me and you're okay. There's where our flowers are. So look at, that's going to be the front of this journal. Isn't that going to be so pretty? There's the spine and there's the back. That's going to, all because of a butter box, guys. A butter box. So now I'm going to grab some of these clips. I've got quilt clips somewhere, but I couldn't tell you where those are. So this is going to come like this. This is going to come like this. Let's do these sides first. We'll get our glue out. And get our glue on here. Get a little on here. And then you're going to fold this back like this. And we're going to clamp this. Get this on. And this. And of course, you can have everything sticking to you and don't want to come off. We're going to do the same thing to this side here. And I like to get up close where the padding is so that I know this fabric will stick to the thickness of the padding. And we're going to do the same thing. Fold this over. Just like this. And guys, I've been giving it some thought. I think I am going to do Merry Mondays. So I'm not going to be putting my Christmas stuff together. Just going to chat with you for a second while this dries before I have to take those off. I think I am because every year I say I'm going to start in July. I'm going to start fall and Christmas. This year I didn't get one fall journal created, and I think I only did 2 Halloween journals. And if I remember correctly, you probably know better than I do, but I think I only got done 2, maybe just 1 Christmas journal, because I did a double giveaway, and the giveaways are important to me. I love doing the giveaways, and I always want there to be time for that. So, if and every year I say, okay, I'm going to start in July, and it's like 118 here, and I'm not in the mood for Christmas in July. So it never works out. So I'm going to stay, I'm going to do Merry Mondays, and that's going to help get me prepared for next year. I will hopefully just about have everything done by the time the holiday season comes along. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and hope that that works out really well. So it's going to be Christmas, something Christmas on every Monday. I'm excited about that. Hopeful, hopeful, hopeful. So we've got this. And this, and we will poke these in. Poke these in. But I think I will use metal on these because I've got a lot of metal because I don't typically remember to use it, and so I don't use it. So we're going to do that. Either that or bits of lace to hide the corners. So I don't want to have to worry about. When you glue, you poke this in and then you fold it and you don't have raw edges. But I'm not going to worry about that because I'm either going to use metal corners or I'm going to use lace. At first, I was positive I was going to use lace, and then I started thinking about my metal corners, and so maybe I'll do one with lace, one with metal corners. I don't know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. See this right here? See how that's kind of raw? We want to cover that up. We don't want that. And we can cover it up with bits of lace, or we can use metal corners, which takes care of that raw edge. Because I don't want that raw edge. That doesn't look good. So I think we'll probably do metal corners or bits of lace. And see this here? See that? See that raw edge right there? I don't like that. And you shouldn't be seeing that at all. That's the back. So if we put metal corners on here, then that takes care of that. Or we could decorate with lace and have the lace fold in. That would take care of that. But before I decide what I'm going to do, I am going to put here whatever it is I'm going to put. And I'm just not, I think I might do the fabric and I might fray the edges and then go around with my sewing machine and stitch it, and then see if we want the metal corners or not, or if we want lace. This cover's kind of plain. The back is beautiful, but my flowers would have been upside down if this had been the back. These stems would have been like that. I didn't want that. I mean, I guess I could say, hey, but no. I'm going to keep these rosebuds, and I think I'm going to go ahead and decorate with lace. Yeah, we'll see. We're going to be doing it together, so you will see. Let's take this off, and let's see what we've got. What do you think? That's really pretty. But see how you can see that? Yeah, we need to take care of that. And we will. But look at that. Isn't that? Oh, that's going to be the prettiest journal cover. Look at that. Let's see, what do I have here? Everything. Well, this might be small enough just to get a look. Oh, it's going to be really pretty. Look at that, guys. Oh, yeah. Really, really pretty. Got a little Maggie hair here. Really, really pretty. Okay, I hope if you've never taken your recyclables and created a cover out of them, I hope that this helped you. And I'm going to say goodbye. We've been on for probably close to, well, maybe a little bit more than an hour. So guys, have a really, really great day. Thank you for being here. And I will, well, 50 minutes. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Stay warm, guys. Hugs. Bye.